All right, good evening to all my insomniacs. Although it is early today, shit. Anywho, I just thought I'd hop on here real quick. I had some stuff to share and get off my chest. The diva is here. So let me ask y'all this. So this morning when I was coming into the parking garage, after I had gotten out the parking garage at my job, the way that our floors are set up, it's you've got the bottom floors, which are A through D, and then you've got the top floors, which you can see the outdoors, which is like 1 through 5. So I walk to the parking garage, and it's an enclosed elevator area to get you up into the main building. Hey, Dawn. I walked up. Now, I had on a leather jacket, a purple sweater, some jeans, some Lucky Brand ballet flats, okay? Black. And this young lady, I don't know if she looked Israeli to me, or like she was Jewish, basically. So she says to me, it's kind of scary in the parking garage. And I wanted to get real ignorant, but I didn't. So I just said, yeah, it is kind of scary in the parking garage, especially at night, because homeless people like to hang out down here in this area. Now, am I being sensitive, or given the climate in which we live in right now? But I just felt like you saw a big, tall black woman walk up and you just felt some type of way. And I'm just like, girl, ain't nobody gonna hurt you. As long as you're not touching me, I won't touch you, okay? So comment down below. Let me know what y'all think, who's ever on and listening. So I've been watching reality TV as usual. Usually I don't indulge in Love and Hip Hop New York. I might watch it every now and then. I know about a few of the people and their storylines. But, I'm watching. It just seems to get worse and worse as far as the staging goes for Love and Hip Hop. And I don't know if anybody else saw this, but Stevie J now is going to have a show on his own, Solo Dolo. So that'll be interesting. I thought he was dating Faith Evans, so maybe they filmed this before he started dating Faith. I don't know. I think I ate something because it feels like I'm all itchy and scratchy and stuff right now. I was watching Love and Hip Hop New York today. And you can learn a lot from reality TV. As Miss Natalie Owens would say, Sister Natalie Owens would say. So I was watching it, and I guess I never watched The Wire. I think The Wire was on during a time when I was either in law school, or it may have came on during the time when I was living out here. I had no TV, just internet. How did I ever survive? Some chick on there that's, I believe, what would be considered in the LGBT community a stud. Snoop is her name, Felicia Pearson. She's on there. She has a little girlfriend who is wilding out. I guess she not used to dating somebody that has like a public figure, because the fans and stuff come up to this chick named Snoop, and this my woman, we having dinner, and she's having a total meltdown, and I'm just like, girl, you dating a public figure. Now, I wouldn't know a hell. I thought she was Young M.A. I don't know who she was. Because, like I said, I didn't watch The Wire or I've tried to watch it. The funniest story I ever heard about The Wire was when I was standing in Starbucks, and these housewife type white women were standing there talking about, girl, they got The Wire on Netflix. I'm going to be watching. I was like, y'all must like Idris Elba. But I just think that here's the deal. If you can't handle dating someone that attracts a lot of attention due to some sort of popularity they might have, then maybe you don't need to be in their relationship. And number two, if a person is allowing this to go on and all of this, then they just as crazy as you for staying with your crazy behind who don't seem to understand about the life of a public figure. What else? I was watching Black Ink Chicago. I don't know anything about that show. I think I watched maybe one episode last season. And Black Ink Chicago, there's a guy, which he's very handsome. This guy named Don. Him and his woman gonna get married because he is going to jail, y'all, for 30 days. I said, he going to jail for 30 days. Girl, he going to prison for a year, 2, 3, 5 to 10, 25 to life. Y'all getting married because he going to jail for 30 days. And he probably will get out early for good behavior. I don't know what he going to jail for. If you know what he going to jail for, shit, let me know. But they down there in the Dominican, which I'm like, shame on y'all for being down there in the Dominican after what they did to the Haitians. Y'all shouldn't be down there. Y'all could have went next door to Haiti. Well, I don't know. Haiti might not have no good resorts. But there were plenty of other places in the Caribbean. Could have gone to Cuba. I'm just saying. But I'm just trying to figure that out. Somebody understands that. Karima, if you happen to watch this, because I know you be watching these shows, girl. If you happen to watch this in the morning, hit me up and help me to understand how you going to get married to somebody after 30 days. Then another situation on there. Some dude named Vaughn or Van. Child, I don't know these people's name. He couldn't go to the Dominican because his parole would not allow him to go. I said, everybody been in jail on this show in prison. So he has a girlfriend that he has said he wants to have a threesome with, okay? So he done invited this big booty plastic chick named Fendi to come and participate, and Fendi had to let him know, I've been practicing celibacy, but I will come out of my celibacy for you. What the hell? Then, Dawn, you can't give up. You at least got to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I'm not going to talk about that one until tomorrow night, because that is one I'm dedicated to doing every week, be it that it might be late, but I'm going to do it. But you can learn a lot from reality TV. So here's the thing with this dude. He told his girlfriend when he met her, I am not a one-woman man. Okay, cool. So he invited old girl. Well, she invited this dude that apparently is a member of Omega Psi Phi because he had the brand on his arm. We all know what that looked like, that Omega sign. And he got mad. Talking about, oh, hell no, ain't no dude gonna be up on my woman. How is she your woman when you somebody else's man? How that work? That don't make no damn sense. And females, if y'all going for that, y'all ain't right in the head either. And you need to go sit down and go seek some treatment. Okay? Okay. So the Omega dude was sitting there talking about, I don't think he's very open-minded as he claims to be. And then come to find out, dude has a 14-year-old daughter who is now being exposed to the world of social media. And on Snapchat and Instagram, girl, Dawn. If I'm going Greek, I would date a Kappa. I would date an Alpha. Maybe a Phi Beta Sigma. I don't know. But I'm about that black and gold. I'm about that crimson and cream. You know what I mean? Different about that crimson and cream. I've dated a few Kappas in my lifetime. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I was laughing because I'm like, you have a 14-year-old daughter and you live in foul. You wouldn't want no dude to treat your child like that. And he was worried about that. I'm like, well, find time to be worried about it, player. So up next, we're talking about mental health. I know a lot of us, I talked about it last night, and now we see the results. Kanye West, bless his heart, that poor baby, he has come undone. And people keep saying that he really fell apart after his mom died. Nah, Kanye just kind of started coming undone like the past 5 years, and I think Donda been dead for what, damn near almost 10 years now? Done. But you know what I'm saying, right? I don't know if it's part of the pledge process, but we'll talk offline about that. Kanye West has completely come undone, as I feared he would. Initially, when it started happening, I was like, oh, he just has a really big ego. There's a lot of narcissism. But then when the rants and the rambling started, that's when I knew we had a problem. And that's when I knew that the brother probably was bipolar. And if you're part of the black community, you know how people shun people going to get help and how people just accept the fact that that's just the way things are. Things are changing now, but there was a time in our community when having a mental health issue made you weak. Folk for years been going to get help. But us, we hold fast to the Bible and God and prayer. Nothing wrong with that. But I truly do believe in my heart of hearts that God has allowed for people to be able to go to school and study the mind and behaviors to be able to help others. And there is nothing wrong with going to see somebody. Trust and believe. I am not ashamed to tell you, and I've said this time and time again in other videos, when I did not pass the bar for the third time, due to the pressures of having to deal with things that were going on with me at work and not passing the bar and feeling like my life was freaking over and that I was a failure. I had to go see somebody because I had a complete meltdown, but I didn't have the meltdown like Kanye had. I just had a meltdown that was silent, but I was just a functioning shell. And so the fourth time when I didn't pass the bar exam, because I had been given the tools that I needed to help me understand that the bar does not make me who I am. I am a Fia, I am Diva with or without a bar passage. Okay? So, if you feel like you are out of sorts, go see somebody. Most of us have health insurances where we can call a 1-800 number and they can refer us to someone. Most of us have jobs where I know for my company we have an employee assistance line. But I just happen to know somebody that is a mental health professional that was able to get me to where I needed to be. But there is nothing wrong with raising your hand and saying, I need help. And if you're not comfortable talking to a mental health professional, there's nothing wrong with calling on your pastor, or whomever you're comfortable with. But please, by all means, get some help. People were laughing at Kanye, and I was even complicit in it one time. But like I said, as time went on, the years went by, I started noticing some stuff. And I said, this shit is not funny. He really has a problem. And I can't remember which song it is. I think he addresses it in The Life of Pablo, where he talks about being bipolar and not taking his Lexapro. A lot of times we just see people acting crazy, and they really are crazy. They are out of their damn mind. Just like people who have an addiction. Some of us have, in our gene pool, the ability to become addicted to stuff. We just have to be careful. I know on my biological father's side of the family, I have to be careful because I cannot allow myself to abuse drugs and alcohol. Well, I know for sure alcohol ain't something I can abuse because it's 2 drinks and I'm done. So, I mean, that ain't no alcoholism. Yeah, I mean, Dawn, it's so important that I think part of the problem is not a lot of people talk about it. It's like I should be ashamed of the fact that I went to go see somebody. Hell, every now and then I go get a tune-up. Bad breakups. That was the other thing. With me, what happened with the third time not passing the bar, during that time I was having some issues at work, trying to study for the bar. Y'all know his name. Crazy Melvin was being an ass. My ex-boyfriend. There were some financial issues going on because I was in the process of trying to purchase a home, which that was a complete and total nightmare. And I doubt, unless the market crashed and something happened in California, I will ever attempt to buy a home in California. That's all I got to say. But it was really bad. It was just, everything just seemed to be bad. And I lost it. Like, I was still getting up, going to work, coming home, just dropping clothes and shit wherever. I've always been messy, and I can't I can't help that. There's other issues about that. But when I'm not dirty, though, I tell you that much. We don't do dirt and dust and grime. We don't do that. But I can be a little messy. I get that. And kind of a pack rat, too. But I'm working on that. But, we just have to pray for Kanye West and pray that he gets the help that he needs. I think that it's really, really sad that we had to do a health and wellness check on him. Um, and, I'm glad he canceled his concerts. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm sure he has tour insurance, so there should be something. My question is, and I could have sworn when you get those insurances, they also have to do a psych eval and make sure that you're mentally fit to even get the coverage. So I don't know. I don't know what. A lot of yes people. And just, so let's just pray for Kanye. A lot of people talking about he just crazy out his mind. I said, well, if you mean crazy out your mind, bipolar disorder, yeah. And now he's in a depressed state. So, I mean, I hope this isn't staged. People like he's associated with the Kardashians. Something about them Kris Jenner girls that make a man go crazy. I believe it. I believe it. President Obama called him an ass. Yeah. I mean, because even I was like, yeah, he is an ass. He's being a jerk. And, it was like the thing you start to pay attention to stuff, and you're just like, oh, DSM. Let's talk about it. Clinical. And it could have been triggered from the car accident. We don't know. He said he hit his head on the steering wheel in one song. So, he was messed up. He was messed up. So, physically, there's no telling what type of mind-altering things happened to him. But I'm just really like, now y'all see it for what it is. You see it for what it is. You can't, I don't think you can stage crazy either. Although I do know some people that have stage crazy and they were able to get disability. I'm not capable of doing it, but I do know some people that have stage crazy, and I'm like, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But I wanted to talk about that, and there was something else. Someone also brought up Lil Wayne. I'm like, Lil Wayne crazy ass just did drugs, and now his brain is fried. This is your brain on drugs. So I'm sorry I fucked that up, but I be singing your music in the shower and stuff, girl. But Lil Wayne, he been long gone. They showed a picture of him when he was like 13 or 14 years old. He was a cute little kid. Now he looked like somebody's nightmare. So, who that woman, Harpo? Who? Brian, who? My hair? Child, I change my hair every week. That's another thing, and I ain't being, okay, it is funny, but it's true. I think every time I change my wig, I need to take a picture of myself so, if I should come up MIA, y'all will know who I look like. Because I just saw somebody post that one of their friends was missing, and I'm like, if I should ever come up missing, I really should take a picture of myself every day before I leave the house, because there's no telling who I could be at any given time. I just like to switch it up. It's fun for me, The woman is Lil Wayne. Brian, he looked like a goddamn gremlin. I don't know what type, I don't know what baby or Birdman, whatever he want to be called. Him and P. Diddy need to figure out what they want to do. Funny how the two men in the industry that are rumored to have homosexual tendencies switch their names up. What was that about? And Tony Braxton. But somebody else said it. How they talk about Satan. Satan was one of the most beautiful angels in heaven, and then he turned and came down to earth and was a demon. And even the demon has to make himself look pretty, so beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I'm thinking, Birdman must look like shit, I don't know, Roy Jones Jr. or somebody to Tony Braxton. And I don't know what Lil Wayne looked like to people. Shit, I don't know, Webster. I don't know, but I just don't understand how men like that can get beautiful women and procreate with them. I was like, what Lil Wayne kids look like? Except for I've only seen one that Toya had. Then they have no, who don't have no arms? Don, what are you saying about really? I mean, I'm confused because I seen London, what's her name? Lauren London. That girl is gorgeous in person. And I'm like, and you slept with Lil Wayne? You let him put that in you and procreate? Or was it turkey baster? Either way, I wouldn't feel safe. Um, it's got to be in the eye of the beholder, Brian, because I'm just like, every time I see him, yes, Satan was the choir director, if I remember correctly, the whole story. Satan was the most beautiful angel on earth. What's his name? Lucifer? Yeah. And then he got buck and jealous and decided that he thought he could do it better than Jesus. Than God. And then he got cast out. And there you go. We have, he is the prince of the earth. And that's why with all the evil stuff going on, I don't think people realize that who's the author? who's the puppeteer? Satan. And just a word on Trump. I mean, like my friend said, all of this Aryan nation, right, left stuff that's been going on. Yeah, it's the city of angels. But what is Los Angeles? The city of the fallen angels? I call it the city of the fallen angels and broken dreams. Um, but lately we've seen a rise of a lot of people getting bold, getting crunk with their racism. But we've always known that these people, the Aryan Nation, the Nazis, and that type of thing have always, been around. But the thing is, though, it's just more pronounced. They're reporting more on it. There's just more of a focus. Um, I don't know if y'all agree with that, but one of my friends pointed out, and I'm like, that's true. Uh, Even on our military bases, we have Aryan nations, like at Fort Campbell and like Fort Bragg. It's like really bad. The gang violence. Um, so we're living in what we call Trump America, the Trump effect. But what I find fascinating is that so far, every time these people have tried to do something against people, Planned Parenthood got a lot of funding just in the name of that Pence fellow. I don't know what his real name is. Was Mike Pence, Mark Pence? I don't know. I really don't care. He ain't my VP. I'm just going to pray for him and do like the Bible tell me to do. But God, I'm sorry. He can't be my VP because Joe Biden is my VP. I don't know about none of the rest of y'all. And then Trump, I don't know. I just think it's the end of the world. Somebody wrote a joke about it, but I was like, in Revelation, sound the trumpet. It sounds off like Trump Pence. So, I don't know. It's a scary time to live in, but at the same time, we got to check them and call them out on the bullshit. And quite frankly, I don't think $25 million was sufficient settlement for the wrongdoing he did with Trump University. But let's just be real. We live in a time now where bad behavior is rewarded and perfectly good people are shitted on all the time. So, it's happening more and more. We're seeing it more and more. I guess what's his name? Madoff probably pissed off. Well, goddamn, y'all done locked my ass up. My kids dead. My wife done left me, and y'all let Trump get away with this shit. Hell, I could have been president. Like I told on my friend Karina's post, Trump has pulled off the biggest ripoff in America yet, and he will continue to do it. His wife and son don't want to live in a damn White House full time. Taxpayers got to pay for that. Kentucky down there, the red state, they having buyer's remorse. Y'all allowed this man to be elected. Y'all sitting up here talking about you hate Obama, you hate black people, you hate Muslims and Jews. And now you got your president and you realize, oh shit, Obamacare was the bomb.com and now they're threatening to take it. You need health care, people. I think it's insulting that we do, but I should just be able to go to the hospital, and if I ain't got no money, I just ain't got no money, and y'all should help fix me. Okay? It should not cost that much for you to help heal me in the name of Jesus. Amen. And then y'all murder off all the people that can heal you naturally. I noticed that. I'm rambling now. I'm on my soapbox. A lot of stuff disturbs the diva. But I think that's all I wanted to talk about was reality TV. Because I'm sitting up here looking at these shows and I'm like, this is unfreaking believable, the stuff that goes on these shows. Kanye West, I just want us to pray for him and stop, I mean, I can't tell anybody what to think or feel, but in my opinion, if we are the majority of my friends on my friends list, we all grew up together, went to church together, and we know the Lord and the pardon of our sins. It's not everybody, not all my friends, but, you know, just pray for him. He got problems, and I pray whatever spirit that is that's in that Kardashian Kris Jenner family, that it be removed, and Jesus break the chain, okay? And the Trump effect, we need to rail against it. Recently, a restaurant, I think in DC, unbeknownst to them, was hosting a party for the Nazis and didn't know it. And when they found out, they were like, we gonna donate all of this to a Jewish foundation. And that's what they did. I'm like, every time y'all do evil, it turns into something good. So I don't know why y'all keep doing stuff, but by now you should realize you can't win. You can't win when you're dirty. You may have won the presidency, you think, but Trump is not here for anybody. He's just here for himself. And now that the taxpayers will be paying for his residence, and he's not going to be taking a salary, which I think he should not take a salary. That way we can pay that back for some of the taxes you ain't paid. But I don't think he really wants to be president. I think he's okay with being impeached. Cause his whole setup is foul. Lord, Cardi B, she just popped up on. I like her. I really do like Cardi B. She loud, she crazy, and she don't give a damn. I was like, that's right, YOLO girl. Anywho, that's all I've got. I'm sleepy now. Yay. Dawn, we have survived a lot. That's why I said it's bad. It really is bad. But I think that I think what's going to end up happening is that once minorities realize that they are the majority and not the minority, things will turn around and change. But we have to unite. We have to seriously become like the United Colors of Benetton. That's all I'm saying. And those that are sympathizers. Because apathy does nothing. Complacency does nothing. Being indifferent about a situation does nothing. If you want this country to survive, we all have to unite against the right. Or get left behind. I'm just saying. Although I bet a bunch of folk are disappearing. They probably done moved to the colony they've been building on the moon and on Mars anyway. Yeah, I'm a conspiracy theorist too from time to time. But girl, let me log off here. Good night, Don. Good night, Brian. Thanks for joining. I will talk to you guys soon. Good night.